So, figured, sorry, cutting branch, I would talk to you guys while I did some pruning. A little multitasking. This is going to be interesting because I'm on a phone. Got my little angel over there eating a pancake. Hi, pretty girl. Yeah. So I do apologize if a lot of movement, a lot of jerkiness, but I do what I can. Alright, so where's it dead? Oh, and what I do with what I prune, I have these old totes. We used to store camping stuff in it. I have another one over on the other side of the house. But I just put what I prune off in there. And then I'll burn it whenever we get the fire going. So it just helps contain. But what I felt like talking about. So before this whole pandemic crap started, my friend's mom wanted me to fix a pair of her pants for her. Which I did. And she asked me to do this. I want to say it was at least 3, maybe 4 months ago. And I just barely could get to it. But while I was finishing up that, I was thinking, because I am a stay-at-home mom, and by what I say, I have no life. And I mean, I have no life. I'm home all the time. But I was thinking of maybe seeing if people would be willing to have me fix clothes for them, make stuff for them, essentially on commission. Ow. Come on. Good girl. What you doing, pretty girl? But that way, I'd be bringing in some more money. Not what I'm getting from babysitting my niece and nephew. And it'd also be something to do. The only thing with that is I'd be doing a lot of midnight work. Because with 4 kids in the house, 1 being a baby, the other 3, I let them do what they want. They do their own thing. They could take care of themselves. Not really bug me, so I'm fine with that. But it's a lot of work. And I just feel like I need to do something. Because my boyfriend's the only one with a job right now. I quit my job when I got pregnant because, well, I about miscarried. It was hard. Oh, might as well do this. So, the mess during the pruning. I'll get a picture of what I've done after this. Already it's looking a whole lot better, and I just took out a few vines. But I'm just thinking that it might be nice to have a little extra income coming in. Oh, instead. Be able to get a few more things when we go shopping, which it's not like we're struggling for money. My boyfriend has a good job. It's stable. He ain't getting laid off anytime soon. He works at a bentonite plant, and that isn't everything, so he has a job. We're good there. Is this one dead? This one's dead. I need to go get my bigger pruning shears. Is that good, pretty girl? I'll be right back, mamas. But we're not struggling for money. We're good in that aspect. It's just nice to have a little extra coming in, so you can get a few more things. But those are my thoughts. Hi, Breeze. What you doing? Hi. And then I also have a friend that wants to learn how to sew. Oddly enough, the same one that her mom asked me to fix stuff for her. And I hate to do it because she is a friend. She's a very close friend. We're like sisters. But I'll probably end up asking her to pay me to teach her how to sew. Just because it's a lot of work teaching people. Oh my god, I think this one was alive. I think I accidentally cut a live branch. Oh well. And she's a hard one to teach because she doesn't listen. And she'll probably see this video, so yay, fun times. But those are just some thoughts. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. Oh, there's another little bud on that one. This is the fun thing about pruning is deciding, okay, this is a dead one, so I gotta cut this. Oh, look, there's live at the end of this. I think I'm gonna burn stuff soon. Oh, kids. So my son and his cousins do Nerf gun wars in our backyard. I tell them to pick up all their bullets, and I'm still picking up 10 or 12 the next day, or it's crazy. I love kids, but sometimes I wonder. I think there's some more over there. But man, it kind of hurts me to be pruning this big old grapevine because how old it is. So live. Oh man, headache. Looked it up too fast. There's some live on this, so I'm just gonna take off these little shoots. Take off any dead, any dying, sick and diseased. Yeah, it already is cleaning up a little bit better. Cut out. I tend to talk to myself when I do things. I swear I'm not crazy. It's just what I do. Yeah, I might go get the rake and rake up all this little stuff afterwards. Make it a little easier on myself. But yeah, so with this grapevine, I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and when this was planted, I'm going to say about the same time these houses were built, and these houses were built back in the 70s, I believe. At least I know ours was. That one was probably later, who knows. It had to have been an agreement between the neighbors of they would both take care of this grapevine. They could both profit off it, get the grapes off of it. Because why else would you plant a grapevine on a boundary fence? It just doesn't make sense that you would plant one on a boundary fence and not let the neighbor on that boundary fence have access to it. Even though that agreement is essentially null and void now. But still, that had to have been the agreement they had. Man, this is a mess. I love it, but it's... Oh, this is huge. It's going on the clothesline in the neighbor's yard. Like, I like it. It looks awesome. I wish it was all still alive and doing real well. Because this would be beautiful, all leafed out. But it's old, it's neglected. It needs a little bit of love. And he'll get that with me. So this is the thing with pruning grapevines. I'll show you some. Say I come over here to my lilacs to prune them. And generally the branches that are bowing down, they have a sound to them when they hit each other when they're dead. I got a lot to do over here too. And these are also coming from the neighbors, but I got suckers on my property. They're coming through the fence. I'm going to make it look nice over here. But generally when they're bowing down, they're dead. They need cut. A grapevine. See if I can find a good example. They stick straight out when they're alive. They bow down when they're alive. It's crazy. So like with this, it's going down away from the sun. Completely alive. I may have cut off too much. I don't know. But there's one going up. It's a grapevine. They're weird. Alright, let's just get it here and clean this. Oh, this is a mess. And I might end up cutting the same branch like 6 times, but you gotta do that to get back to some of the stuff that needs cut. And honestly, the best way to prune is you cut off as little as you possibly can at a time. Just because you don't want to accidentally cut off a lot of the living that's good or anything. And I know I'm doing this at the wrong time of year. But if I don't get it done, it'll bug me. And yeah. I like to have my yards looking nice. Oh. Get that out of there. Oh, it's looking so much better. Yes, I'm going to be able to see my neighbor's yard a little better, which honestly I don't like because it's not well taken care of. But it'll leaf out real well. It'll start to look a whole lot better. And hey, who knows? Maybe by next year there'll be more vines. I won't be able to see the yard, but this will be healthier. It'll produce better. It'll look a whole lot better. I think I cut off a live branch. Oh no, that's just a leaf that was stuck. Oh. Like this right here. It goes up and it's hooked on the branches up here. Did I cut off a live one? I don't know. Okay. Is that a good pancake? Should we have brother bring you more? 1 second. Oh. Oh, and I'd probably have my son in this video with me, but he's playing with his cousins. So, I just let him have some fun. That one, I see. Yeah, that one looks like it might be alive. There's a screen on it. Taking a chance. Oh. This is really not the thing to do in sandals. Alright, this one. That's alive. I'll bring back to about right there. So this one, I cut right off. This will focus for me. I gotta get a camera right there because this branch coming off of it has buds. So I'm trying to salvage as much of this as I possibly can while making it as healthy as I can. I'll cut that right there. Oh! And then with grapevines, they got their little feelers that grab onto everything. And I mean everything. Hey, Silas! Hey, pretty girl. You got pancake all over the place. Is that a good pancake? So my boyfriend and I sometimes cover at the restaurant still. Just because we love the owners. But went to say hi yesterday while he was covering as a manager. They had some extra pancake batter from that morning that one of the cooks cooked up. Brought it home and a little beautiful girl loves it. Silas! Oh. Oh. But, what you doing over there, pretty? Oh, man. Hey, Silas! Silas West! That little boy just does not listen. Anyone want one? He's cheap. Silas West Caribay, get over here. Go get your sister some more pancake. Please. I'm just gonna cut right there. And right there. And right there. So yeah, grapevines, let's see if I can find them, have these little vines. This is, well, long dead one, but they will curl onto anything and everything. So, pruning them is a nightmare. Silas, no, a good-sized chunk of pancake and put on a tray. He means well. He just doesn't listen sometimes. But he's a little boy, so can't really expect much. So I'm essentially just pruning everything while I'm over here. Just cutting back all the dead, really. Just so it starts to look nicer. It'll end up producing a whole lot better. Thank you, baby boy. Put it on her tray so she can eat it, okay? Yes. Well, she's been destroying most of it, but...
Yes, she was.
Does it look better over here, Bucks? Over here, where I'm working.
Yes.
Go play, have fun. Is Daddy still sleeping? Silas, is Daddy still sleeping? Okay. Apparently he's a soldier. What you doing, Bugs? What you guys playing?
We're playing.
You don't know? Oh. Okay, he doesn't know what they're playing. Anyone remember that when they were kids? Just randomly playing a game. There's really no name to it. You're just playing, having fun. Oh, no way. I've never seen a praying mantis out here. See if I can still find him. Nope, he ran off. Could have sworn I saw a praying mantis. Huh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, the people that were here before left garbage all over the yard. I don't understand people. It's just because you're renting a house, they think it doesn't mean that they have to take care of it. Which honestly is probably why our landlords love us so much. And why we can get away with everything. Like us getting a puppy next year that our friends are giving to us. Because our landlords know we'll take care of the house. I just find it gross when people don't. Or you have the people that say they're renting, they have a dog, they let their dog trash the place. It happened at our last place. Last place we were at was a duplex. The people next door let their dogs completely trash it. They're still working on the duplex, and they've been working on it for almost 3 years now. So that half of the duplex is still torn up, last I knew. And it's been like that for 3 years. They had to rip out everything. Carpets, the banisters, the cupboards. They even ripped out the toilets because the previous tenants apparently flushed Q-tips down the toilet and clogged the toilets right before they moved out. So, their dogs destroyed it. They destroyed it. People like that is what makes it harder for the rest of us who rent. Which I don't want to always rent. We're planning on buying a house soon. What you doing, pretty girl? But we have to wait till we have the money to put a down payment on, pay off our truck so we can get a loan. Because right now we have a loan out on the truck and we won't be able to get another one. And then find a place, which we want to be out of town because, well, at least I want livestock. And we're going to at least get chickens for sure. I want cows, everything else. I want a homestead. Still trying to convince my boyfriend. Hey, pretty girl. But and we do what we can. And that honestly is why it's taking us so long. Is I'm picky. I want certain things. Ugh. Let's see, with all that I cut out, it looks a little better, honestly. Actually, looks a lot better. That's what this side used to look like. Just a mess of dead. But hopefully this helps it. And I'm also cutting off the old clusters of grapes just because it looks better without them. I think I've said it before. If this was taken care of right, this would be a beautiful grapevine. It'd be full. It is still. Looks like it gets covered in grapes every year. And even this used to be taken care of because on the neighbor's on the neighbor's side there's old branches that looks like they were cut. And it was a well taken care of grapevine, it looks like. It's just it's crazy. People just don't care anymore. And now with this pandemic, or so-called pandemic, it's the flu. I'm sorry. I'm not jumping on the whole pandemic bandwagon. It's the flu. The survival rate is higher than the flu. And it was just given a scary name, so it's bad. Honestly, that's what it is. It's just a fear thing. And it's not like I'm not taking it seriously. I am. Hell, I have an infant. I have a child. We are considered essential employees because, well, technically I am still employed by the restaurant. I just go in occasionally and cover. I'm not there all the time. My boyfriend works at a bentonite plant, and bentonite isn't everything. So he's considered an essential employee. I have a friend that used to work in the oil fields until that shut down, which seriously, I don't think it should have ever shut down. I'm willing to pay the normal gas prices just to keep the oil fields running, because a lot of people lost their jobs because of that. Which, yeah, I'll admit, it is nice having low gas, even though our gas here is still $2-3 a gallon. And you go over the mountain and it's 99 cents. It's ridiculous. The joys of living in a small landlocked area. But this pandemic, it's like my brother said. It's a virtual pandemic. All it is people's fear. It's running rampant. Oh, hard things to trim. And if we got rid of the media, this pandemic would be over real fast. Hell, if President Trump declared martial law, this pandemic would be over in a week. Hi, pretty girl. But what do I know? I'm just a girl that lives out in the middle of nowhere in a town. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Because we all know Bill Gates, his vaccine will save everyone. A vaccine that was made in about 3 months, no testing, by a guy that has no credibility in medicine, has ruined lives for people. So yeah, let's all get this vaccine that isn't going to save anyone. I'm sorry. I ain't getting anything that hasn't been tested. My kids aren't getting it. My boyfriend's not getting it. Hell, my siblings have already said they're not going to get a vaccine that's created by a guy that has no medical standpoint. A vaccine that was created in less than a month when the flu vaccine. Hell, that thing is still being worked on. And we've had that vaccine for decades. But this vaccine that a billionaire made or funded, he didn't make it, but he funded it. In a month or a few months, it's going to cure everyone from the flu that has a scary name. Sorry about that rant. It bugs me. We have so many sheep in this country. It just makes me sick. Ugh. Oh, look, a big bumblebee. Big old bumblebee. Just chilling out and flying around. That I might weave back into the vines. Get it out of my yard. Or at least not poking out like this. Ow. Okay, let's see. I'll take this back. Ooh, I gotta be careful with that. I don't want to break it. Actually, what I could do... So, tree branches are technically greener than grapevines. Don't ask me how it works. It just does. So grapevines, if you want to bend them or use them for anything, you have to soak them to get them pliable. Even if they're green. It's weird. Which, honestly, these longer ones I cut off, I might sort out and save them. What? No. If you guys are hungry, go get a couple and go get an Uncrustable each. Out of the freezer, Silas. Ugh, children. They don't listen. But I might sort out the long ones and make a wreath out of it, because I have an idea once we finally start pheasant hunting about using a wreath or making a wreath. Yeah, I might just put that over to pull that vine back, because like I said, these tree, I believe this is cottonwood, I am not sure, don't quote me, but these trees, the small branches are greener, which means they are more pliable than the grapevines. So I'm just gonna use this, and we're gonna turn it like so and just thread it up behind this big vine right here, just so it keeps this little one, won't hurt it, because, well, yeah, it's fine. It's just holding it back so I can train it. Which, that's what you have to do with grapevines, is you train them. That I'm just going to keep up there because it's attached. But you train them. You get them to go where you want them. It's a fun process. And yes, this video is more of a random talk about everything, just because that's how I am. But that looks so much cleaner. I haven't pruned off all the dead, but I pruned off a lot of it. I still have a few things I'm going to work on this spot, but it looks a lot neater for now. Now I got to work on that mess. But, okay, so my last video, I mentioned that these might be cottonwoods, and in this video, I mentioned that a lot of these little saplings all over my yard might be cottonwood. And why that doesn't surprise me is the area I live in Wyoming, used to be the largest cottonwood forest in the world. And for people that don't know, that more silver, the big tree over there, that's cottonwood. And there and over there, we got them all over the place. Where you going, pretty girl? Sorry, I got an escapee. I gotta go make sure she doesn't go get herself hurt. Hey, pretty girl. Where you running off to? Yeah. What's with your little... You made a mess. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you like your moss. So, this is random, but under my clothesline, all the ground is mostly moss, which I love because this is a soft moss. And it goes under my lilacs. A little more prominent over here, but it's so soft. I want to get it to where, I'll be honest, yeah, it rips up so easy. But I want to get it to where most of underneath my clothesline is moss. And it's a weird reason, but mostly because I'll come out barefoot to put my clothes up. And you want to stand in something soft if you're going to be standing there for a while. And because I have junipers everywhere. I also have these junipers coming up. Which, yes, I love juniper. They're beautiful. Oh, excuse you, sweetie. Are you okay? And the little girl's got a little cold. She's getting over. But junipers are pretty. They smell good. But I don't want them taking over my yard. They hurt when you step on them. Grass won't grow under them. I got kids. They don't need to be poked by that. Ow. They're very pokey. They hurt. I didn't even know I had junipers over here. So yeah, this next spring, we got a torch. I am going to burn where these junipers are. Under the juniper tree is going to get burned. Because, well, that's where a fire pit is. And I just don't want to deal with that. It's not fun to stand on. They're a pain in the ass. And like I said, I got kids. I got this cute little girl that likes to follow me all over the yard. And I might take a break from pruning because that was a lot of work. And she doesn't need her cute little fingers poked by junipers, do you, pretty girl? Got a lot of work to get in this yard. Wow, I've been talking for almost an hour. Well, I'll let you guys go. Say bye, pretty girl. Oh, wait, yeah, so, what I was saying. Our cottonwoods, if no one's seen them, they're a silver tree. And they literally shed cotton. I wish I got a video a few days ago when there was cotton in the air, but it looks like it's snowing when the cotton's falling. They're pretty, they're pain. I've got a love-hate relationship with them, but I'll talk to you guys later.